But the judge, I think, did a great job. Floyd was complaining, and Floyd has that influence, where he feels something and he looks at the ref right away to catch his attention. He could do it. He gets away with it.
This was Marcos was looking.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, Mayweather does that. So this time, it happens to happen that that it was the other way around. But it's part of boxing. It happens. It's just the way boxing is. Sometimes you get hit with a low blow that it wasn't intentional, and the ref has to call it. There's other times where the ref doesn't even get involved because maybe he knows it wasn't intentional. Yeah, the ref is doing their job, and we're okay with whichever ref we get.
Would you feel like say that y'all think that Mayweather's lost his step?
What was that?
Is it be safe to say that y'all think Mayweather's lost his step compared to what he did in the past and what you saw on tape versus what you saw in real life action?
Look, it was different. Like I said, especially hearing from Chino, everything that I heard from Chino after the fight was something that gave me more comfort in the rematch, and we have to take advantage of it. And I already said, he also fought us, so he's also going to make adjustments. He's going to have a game plan, so it's more likely to be a different, just a totally new fight.
You can't bank on the judges in a close decision. You feel like you want no part of that type of scenario.
Well, it's not really. It's the judges are judges, and they're all human, and some judges have made mistakes, but they could also they will also be fair. They see Mayweather being the number one fighter, but then at the end of the day, it might not be a bad idea to give Mayweather a loss. You know what I mean? Judges, I'm not worried about that. If the fans see a fight and they're happy with the way we fight, that's all that matters to us.
Robert, going into the first fight, you had a lot of respect for Floyd. How about this fight? Did you lose the respect, or what do you think?
Well, I don't know if it's for him part of the business to try to sell the fight more. We were surprised the way he came at us at the beginning. The first fight, he was nothing but respect. This time, he's showing a little bit of a little trash talking. But hey, he's that's him. That's him. We got to get back at him. We also got to respond, and we're not letting him get away with it.
Floyd has never had someone talk shit to him. What was his reaction to it? What did you see? Why did you?
I could tell he's trying to show us no respect by signing autographs. But he's looking at me and he's hearing everything I'm saying. And then after I start talking, I get on his nerves. That's why he comes up to me and tries to mention Corrales. 16 years ago, man. Come on. You know what I mean?
Does it feel good that the fact that you kind of
get back
good?
I'm actually good. I actually in Washington D.C. when he mentioned Corrales, I said, hey, dude, that was 16 years ago. But right now we don't need pay-per-view. We don't need outings. We could take a little walk. Hit and respond. So.
How far into negotiations have you guys been talking this year? Have you guys came in terms of glove selection and stuff like that?
We still haven't. But I know he's not gonna let us wear the MX. That's for a fact. So we're prepared to use the.
So what happened last time? Because it says a rumor that he got paid 1.5 million.
That I have no idea.
Robert, has anyone ever beat you in mind games? Because no one beats you in mind games.
I can't be, and that's what they think. But nah, it's the opposite. I think we're beating him.
And you guys went easy because you guys know how to crack jokes.
Well, today's gonna be worse.